Now, after you moved to Claremore, how was high school like coming from a country town to, I guess, huge Claremore? How was it the difference?
Well, at the time, I can tell you that back in 44 and 45, that was during a period of time where it wasn't really a large population. I think, without exaggeration, it would be from between 5,000 and 6,000 population of people. With black people, about maybe 300, 3 to 400. At that period, at that time, we wasn't interested in population. I didn't have any idea of a population. The only time that I recall seeing something of a population, it was the sign coming into Claremore and says, this year in Claremore city limits a population of so and so. And this is what I remember. Now, as I grew older, uh, I learned that people didn't have the jobs and everything there for them, and they would also go to Tulsa and different areas to work and then come back. And then we learned from that when we were in school to go ahead and equip yourself with the academics so that therefore that you can go other places and do your job.
Now, what were some of your teachers at Claremore? You remember?
Well, the principal there was W.T. Jones, W.C. Jones, and he was the principal, and then our basketball coach is James Morris. He was one of the graduates of Langston University out there. James Morse was one of the fairest coaches that I'd ever played basketball for, and I did play a pretty good basketball member. We had good teams, and we were playing Class C ball, which now they play 6A, 5A, 4A, 3A, and we were only playing Class A, B, and C, and we were the Class C players.
Now, who were some of the teams you played against?
We played all of the teams, even started at Booker Washington. But we only played Booker Washington as a practice game or something. We wasn't in their league. Uh, the biggest rivalry up there was the Oklahoma Military Academy because of the fact that the Claremore High School, which is a white high school, they wasn't able to compete like they would like to with them. So they matched a game with us with the Oklahoma OMA, Oklahoma Military Academy, and we really put the beat on them. And this really gave us a better relationship there with the area schools. They didn't have one high school, white high school, and one black school, which was Lincoln High School. And the Claremore High School was a Caucasian high school. We would exchange the Tuesdays when they would have a what do you call it? They would get together with programs and for that day, and if anything was going on in the community or something, they give this announcement. Also, it would have people there from the transportation division or someone on program, which would be a beneficial to us as students. Well, they would have these programs. It was like every week there was a special day set aside for this.
Now, did you play basketball against all black teams, all black schools, or did you play against mixed schools? Or?
We played against all blacks from No Water, Leonard Paul, Veneta, uh, even black schools here in Oklahoma City. But during the time that we would be here for a tournament or something, all of these schools were black. Every one of them were black. Mm-hmm. And there was something like Cushing. They wasn't in that district, but we would in Perry, Sperry, Oklahoma. We would meet these different schools here at most of the time in Oklahoma City.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you went to travel, did you stay overnight or did you get on the bus and go right back? Or
we didn't have buses. We didn't bus. We'd have transportation from the coaches in the coach's car and the coaches. They would take us to and from. when we would get to play, say for instance, Oklahoma City, we would come to Oklahoma City for a tournament. Now several other schools that was here, we had to stay in houses of the people here. The residents here housed us instead of a motel or something. We couldn't stay in a motel. So we had to stay with people that would house us here and put us up. There was a time when we came here, and I remember I was real young, but the coaches would tell us that you boys can't do this, you can't go there. And what they call this place down there at Douglas, here, it was in the fairground. They called it the fairground. And we couldn't go across 10th Street. We had to stay on this side of 10th Street, and which was between 6th and 7th Street in this area. We didn't ask questions why. We just had to do what they told us that we could do.